Mansa Musa, also known as Musa I of Mali, was one of the most illustrious and influential monarchs in the history of West Africa. His reign, which lasted from 1312 to 1337, is often remembered for its opulence, religious devotion, and remarkable journey to Mecca. As the ninth ruler of the Mali Empire, Musa left an indelible mark on both African and world history, earning a place among the most remarkable figures of his era. Mansa Musa's exact birthday is not well documented, but is believed to have been around 1280. His upbringing was marked by the rich cultural and intellectual traditions of Mali. He was a great nephew of Sundiata Keita, the founder of the Mali Empire, which had rapidly grown into a prosperous and powerful realm by the time Musa ascended to the throne. Mansa Musa's path to the throne was unconventional. He became king after the sudden abdication of his predecessor, Bakr II. He embarked on an ambitious but ill-fated expedition to explore the Atlantic Ocean. Musa's rule commenced in 1312, and he would go on to oversee a period of remarkable growth and transformation for Mali. Mansa Musa's reign is characterized by unprecedented economic development, cultural flourishing, and Islamic expansion. Mali was already a thriving trade center when he came to power, known for its vast reserves of gold, salt, and other valuable commodities. However, Musa's policies and leadership took the empire to even greater heights. There was a degree of economic prosperity. Mali's wealth, particularly its gold production, reached unparalleled levels during Mansa Musa's rule. He controlled and monopolized the gold trade, enabling Mali to become one of the wealthiest empires in the world at the time. Musa's Hajj to Mecca, which will be discussed later, showcased Mali's wealth to the world and cemented its reputation as an economic powerhouse. Musa was a devout Muslim, and under his rule, Islam flourished in Mali. He sponsored the construction of numerous mosques, including the famous Djinguerbera Mosque in Timbuktu, which became a center of Islamic scholarship and culture. Mansa Musa's devotion to Islam not only transformed Mali into a major Islamic state, but also strengthened diplomatic ties with other Muslim empires. The Mali Empire had great educational and cultural advancements. It became a hub for learning and culture under Mansa Musa's rule. He invited scholars, artists, and intellectuals from across the Islamic world, contributing to the growth of Timbuktu as a prominent center of scholarship. Libraries were established and the written word flourished. Mansa Musa's immense wealth can be attributed to several factors. The gold and salt trade. Mali, under the leadership of Mansa Musa, controlled and monopolized the trans-Saharan trade routes, which includes the exchange of gold, salt, and other valuable commodities. Gold was particularly abundant in the Mali Empire, and it was extracted from the rich gold mines of Bambouk and Bore, which were located within its borders. This control over the gold trade allowed Mali to accumulate vast reserves of this precious metal. Taxation. The Mali Empire imposed taxes on various economic activities within its territories, further bolstering its wealth. Additionally, conquered or vassal states paid tribute to Mali, contributing to its wealth. This system of taxation helped Mansa Musa amass significant resources. Control of trade routes. Mali's strategic location in West Africa allowed it to control several key trade routes, including those linking the Sahara Desert to the forests and savannas of West Africa. This control gave Mali significant leverage in the lucrative trade between North and West Africa. Agricultural prosperity. Besides the control over trade, Mali was also agriculturally prosperous. The fertile Niger River Valley enabled the cultivation of various crops, which provided food security for its population and allowed for surplus agricultural production that could be traded for other goods. Patronage of Islam. Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim, and his support for Islam played a role in accumulating wealth. Mali became a center of Islamic learning and culture under his rule, attracting scholars, merchants, and pilgrims to the empire. This religious connection fostered trade and diplomacy with other Islamic states, contributing to Mali's economic prosperity. In addition to gold, Mali was rich in other valuable natural resources, such as copper, iron, and agricultural products. The empire efficiently exploited and traded these resources to its advantage. Mansa Musa's famous pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, during which he distributed gold generously along the way, had a significant impact on his reputation and the empire's wealth. While the journey itself was an act of religious devotion, it also served as a diplomatic mission that showcased Mali's wealth to the world. This influx of gold into foreign economies, especially in Cairo, contributed to the perception of Mali as a wealthy empire. Mansa Musa's wealth was a result of a combination of factors, including control over valuable trade routes, taxation, tribute from vassal states, agricultural productivity, the patronage of Islam, and the legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. All of these elements together allowed the Mali Empire under Musa's leadership to accumulate vast wealth and establish its reputation as one of the wealthiest states in the world. And at the time, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Mansa Musa is perhaps best known for his grand pilgrimage to Mecca, which took place in 1324. This journey remains one of the most legendary and awe-inspiring events in history. Musa embarked on this pilgrimage not only as an act of religious devotion, but also as a diplomatic and economic mission. Accompanied by a vast retinue of servants, scholars, and soldiers, Musa set out with immense wealth, including tons of gold, and distributed it generously along his journey. His generosity was so extravagant that it reportedly caused economic disruptions in the regions he passed through, especially in Cairo, where the influx of gold led to inflation. It is said that there was gold as far as the eye could see. Mansa Musa's wealth, particularly in gold, was legendary. Mali was a key center of gold production, and Musa's empire controlled the lucrative gold mines of the region. His caravan carried a vast fortune in gold, with estimates suggesting that he brought with him as much as 100,000 pounds, approximately 45,000 kilograms of this precious metal. This display of wealth was unparalleled. Musa himself rode on horseback, dressed in exquisite garments, and carrying a golden staff. His entourage included attendants holding gold staffs and heralds who distributed gold coins to the poor along the way. Gold dust was sprinkled lavishly during his stops in various cities, leaving a trail of awe and wonder in his wake. One of the key highlights of Mansa Musa's pilgrimage was his stopover in Egypt. As he and his procession journeyed through North Africa, they made their way to Cairo, the capital of Egypt at the time. Musa's arrival in the city created an unprecedented spectacle. Upon reaching Cairo, Mansa Musa and his caravan were welcomed by the local authorities and religious leaders. Musa's generosity knew no bounds. He distributed vast amounts of gold to the people of Cairo, not only to the needy but also to scholars, merchants, and officials. The generosity extended to the construction of mosques, the support of educational institutions, and the financing of various public works projects. Mansa Musa's generosity had a profound impact on Egypt's economy. The sudden influx of gold into the local market disrupted its value, causing temporary inflation. Musa's generosity became the stuff of legends, and his pilgrimage was etched into the sands of time. Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca not only solidified his reputation as a devout Muslim, but also established Mali as a prominent player on the global stage. His wealth and generosity left an indelible mark on the collective imagination of people in both the Islamic world and further beyond. The exact circumstances of Mansa Musa's death are not well documented, and there is some historical ambiguity surrounding the details of his passing. However, it is generally believed that Mansa Musa died in 1337, ending his nearly 25-year reign as a ruler of the Mali Empire. Some historical accounts suggest that he died peacefully in the capital city of Niamey, while others propose that he may have been succeeded by his son, Mecca I, after his death. It is important to note that due to the limited availability of historical records from that time and the oral traditions that were prevalent in the Mali Empire, many details about Mansa Musa's life and death still remain uncertain. While the specific circumstances of his death may remain a mystery, Mansa Musa's legacy endures as one of the most influential and celebrated leaders in the history of West Africa, known for his pilgrimage, patronage of Islam, and his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. Mansa Musa's legacy continued long after his death in 1337. His empire remained a formidable force for several decades, but it eventually declined due to the internal strife, external pressures, and shifting trade routes. However, the memory of Musa's reign lived on through oral traditions, written accounts, and historical records. Today, Mansa Musa is celebrated as a symbol of African greatness, cultural exchange, and economic power. His impact on Mali's history, the spread of Islam in West Africa, and the global understanding of African civilizations cannot be overstated. Mansa Musa, the Golden King of Mali, was a visionary leader whose rule transformed Mali into a beacon of wealth, culture, and religion. His pilgrimage to Mecca, marked by unparalleled generosity and opulence, continues to captivate the world's imagination. Mansa Musa's legacy serves as a testament to the rich history and potential of Africa, and his reign will forever be celebrated as a pivotal moment in the depths of African and world history. Thank you for taking your time to listen to this video, and hopefully we can learn from the life of Mansa Musa. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and we will see you at the next video.